Okay, we're at the 1.2 acre lot here on Kinderhook Road in Schuyler County. We're at the south end of the property, looking at the very south tip of the property, which extends past a creek here that is running. And if I pan to the left, there's another creek in the distance, and those two merge together just off of this property. We'll give a little bit of a tour here, just walking northward to Kinderhook Road so you can see how the property is laid out. Again, got this creek here on the south side, and there's a little bit of the property on the other side of that creek. Okay, we're pretty well straight back from the road. You can see the road in the distance where my car's parked. And then on the east side, the property's boundaried by a creek that crosses Kinderhook Road under a bridge. And this is that creek. And we'll look at the bridge again when we get closer. Walking over here to the west boundary line of the property. There's some nice trees on the property, make good tree stand locations potentially. There's a big sycamore on the left and a walnut on the right. Okay. The west property is about 100 acres in size. Property on the north is about 96 acres. And it also borders it on the east. So there's a lot of big tracts of land here, so this is very unique to have such a small acreage parcel here. The fence that you're seeing is the west boundary line, and it runs all the way north to the road in a dead straight line, so very easy to identify the boundary line. Property over to the west is very pretty. This whole area is set in a nice valley, real pretty. Lots of deer trails on the property here. Okay. All right. This is all flat land here. There's an entrance to the property from where I'm standing to the vehicles, probably about 100 yards, something like that. And so there's a dead straight area in here. It'd be good for a camper or an RV. See a real good view of the land to the west. Real pretty. It does get wet down in here in a big rain. This could be underwater for a short period of time. Never very long. But something to consider if you'd want to build a cabin or a house out here. Certainly possible, but you'd need to take that into consideration. We did a little bit of dirt work out here recently where we filled in a gully here right in front of me where you see the fresh dirt and put a culvert in, because previous to that one would not have been able to drive back here all the way. That's the culvert right there, 20 foot long. Lots of trees, lots of privacy out here. There's no houses in the immediate vicinity. Lots of deer out here too, by the way. These are all deer tracks. Including some nice big buck tracks. Okay, there you can see the bridge in the distance off to the right. Again, the creek is the east boundary. The road is the north boundary. The west boundary is that fence I mentioned earlier, which you can still see in the brush. And then this is Kinderhook Road, which is a gravel road right here, but turns into a asphalt road further up. And then here's a view looking down south into the property from the road. And then looking to the east here from the road. You got hills coming up on both sides. Very quiet and peaceful down here. That's the tour. Thanks.